future use. I will give some 1 minute for that one. Is it okay?
Yes, Vishnu.
Yes. Okay. Incubation support scheme, early stage support scheme, late stage support scheme, research grant scheme, social innovation scheme, equity funding scheme, product commercialization scheme. These
Uh,
are the 7 schemes. Yeah.
Vishnu
Okay.
Prasad, when it comes to faculties, so the faculties normally apply for this research grant scheme. Now,
Yes,
particular,
yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
and
Research grant. Hmm.
in that, okay, first tell me that out of this, they only apply for the research grant scheme.
Not only they can apply for research grant schemes, sir, they can also apply for some other schemes also in between, because after this session, they will be knowing these kind of things, because I have detailed each and every one
Okay.
separate
Now,
side.
what I wanted to say was that when they apply for it, like incubation support fund, when it
Hmm.
comes to research grant, they find themselves a bit frustrated because only those people start getting the funds those who have already pitched in, because they what they say, how many research papers you have done, how many previous projects you have done. So those people who have already done the projects, they will only have higher number of papers, they will only be talking about those fulfilling. So that is where, since we have been conducting various short FDPs, and in that FDPs we talk about writing a research proposals and all that. So the common complaint that they have is, sir, we all know all those how to write and all this. Don't explain all those. You just tell us that how we should get the project. So I said that what is the issue? That is what they said. That we just are told that look, you do not have insufficient paper. So that is what I just wanted to raise up this particular point. Actually.
Yeah, actually, in for example, if in Biona scheme, that means here we have applied for one funding scheme. That means it's actually a funding scheme. If we have applied, some there will be a query arising from the other side. That means one query. If one query arises, it will be very difficult. So it will be better if you have a checklist. That means when you are when you are applying for a particular scheme, take keep in mind that you have the checklist of that particular thing. That means if it is we are applying for a Bionas scheme will be having certain criteria. That means these all things should be there. So you have to write it down these all things, and you have, after checklisting it, after having a detailed description, after having a brief description of that one, just write it down in the paper, and these are my checklist, or in Excel sheet, these are my checklist. And if that checklist is okay, that means I am okay with that one, then only proceed with that thing. Because previously, when we are proceeding, okay, it is done, okay, I have everything, so I will be sending it. I will be sending a particular scheme paper, and they will be granting it. It won't be necessary that it will be okay. That means, for example, if once when we had given when we had applied for one scheme, there was a query that because of these IP, that means it was mandatory to get 4 IP to 3 to 4 IP in a particular time period. That means for that incubating, but we were not having that 3 to 4, but we neglected. That means we didn't mention that 4, we mentioned only 3. That was one query. If one query arises, the various queries will be arising one after another, so it will be better. So afterwards, what we had done was that we had created one checklist for each and every scheme. That means according to the proposal that we are giving, and we have, if sufficient checklist, if that sufficient material is available, the checklist is okay, then we will proceed, so that the query didn't arises. If query arises, it will be difficult afterwards. That is the thing. In order to reduce the query, this session will be better. That means in these following sessions, what I had done was that I have created something good for you. That means something which could support you in applying the various grants and all. Okay. So the Biona scheme is actually the program that provides support to bio incubators. That means which is hosted by the academic sessions, And they have these Bionas scheme have 4 categories. That means it includes category 1, category 2, category 3, and category 4. And we will elaborate it in the following slides also. And this is actually supporting these academic research and institutes to nourish the innovation and entrepreneurship in that particular academic brand value, and then establish new biodust for various state government. For example, here we have applied for it 2018. So it's like that. We can apply for various kinds of bionest. There are various kinds of schemes are available in yearly basis, and strengthening the existing incubators, which is that means if it is a adult incubation center or if it is a bioness incubation center, if any kind of thing that is supporting the entrepreneurship of startups, they are strengthening the existing incubators through this one. And they are also giving support to scaling up of the already funded bios incubator. That means this is actually which includes the category 1 to category 4. That means category 1, category 2, category 3, category 4. They have categorized it, the Bionest scheme, into 4 different parts. This is the first part. That means category 1, supporting new Bionest at academic research institute and organization fostering innovation and entrepreneurship. That means in this category, if you can follow these guidelines, grants guidelines and all, it will better for you to come up with certain grants. Because normally what I had seen, personally I had seen, is that when some entrepreneurship or some startups come to our incubated for incubation, the primary, that means the first thing they want to know is that how we can supply fund to us, because fund is one of the essential matter in scaling up a startup. So if we are not documenting, or if we are not applying for these kinds of funds, it will be difficult to incubate startups, and it will be difficult to service our startups. So that's the reason this kind of Bioness scheme is being introduced in the academic research institutes. Some of you from this audience can also read it out. Anyone? Grand guidelines. Anyone from audience?
Yes, Dr.
Yeah.
Ashwini Kumar or Dr. Naveen Kumar or Dr. N. Sarvanan.
Okay, no problem. I will tell. No problem. It's hosted by, actually, if it is hosted by academic institute, that means if it is hosted by academic institute, then the existing incubation center is there, then they can apply for this category 1 incubation, that means scheme, Bioness scheme. And the host institute should have adequate expertise and infrastructure to support incubation activity. That means the host institute, that means you will be, if for example, if AIC IIIT Kottayam, why we are AIC IIIT Kottayam? Because IIIT Kottayam is the host institute. Indian Institute of Information Technology is the Kottayam is the host institute, and we are actually giving, if they are giving the infrastructure and expertise, then that means as a host institute, they are guiding us, they are helping us to build up the entrepreneurship culture in this particular academic institute. So that is the reason the host institute should have adequate expertise and infrastructure. And incubators supported directly under Bioness may be managed by host institute or maybe PPP mode. That means public private partnership mode. That means incubator support, it is one of the important things. Incubator support directly under Bioness may be managed by host institute or maybe by public private partnership board. The funding under the scheme shall always be in the form of grant. That means they will give a grant or capital investment, and the percentage of the Bioness vary according to the location of the technology. That means if that particular host is located in a particular area, the funding will be according to that particular area, according to the location. And the duration of the support for bio incubation will be for 3 years, and you can get it up to maximum 5 years. This particular 3 to 5 is almost same for category 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is almost same. The difference comes when the incubation support, which is directly under Bionas, is institute or maybe in public partnership, public-private partnership mode. This is a main particular particular point where the difference comes for category 1, 2, 3, and 4. And another difference that comes is that in category 1, if that minimum 5,000 square feet is space is there, then this bio incubation for dedicated to bio incubation, then they can facilitate incubation for the startups. That means in this main point of this category 1 is that they should have a PPP mode. The incubator support should be in the PPP mode. Another thing is that they should have 3 to 5, that means minimum 3 to maximum 5 years of duration of support they should have given, and expected of a minimum 5,000 square feet of space. This all comes under category 1. And next one is category 2, establishing new bionas with various state government. That means state government will be giving various help for, that means establishing for new bionas, state government will be giving help for that one. That means, for example, if in Kerala itself, there is some private institutions are there. For the private institutions, bionas facility is available right now, because bionas facility they are giving under this category 2 wise. That means for governmental entity, they are, of course, they are giving various, we can apply for various schemes in this BIORAC. But for a private institution, if they want to include one bionest in their academic courtyard, that means academic area, they will be using this category 2 area. That means hopefully this category 1, category 2, category 3, and category 4 will be new to you. So I am going in a detail. So just write it down. That means in the grand guidelines are, it should be, and the bionest under this category could be an existing institution, which may be central state universities, any central state universities, research development medical institutes, or other organization can be focused. And funding support mainly will be 50% shall be provided by BIORAC, but the 50% finance will be provided by the respective state government. So the funding support will be half. That means 50% will be provided by the BIORAC, but the state government has to bear 50%. This is the difference from category 1, category 3, category 4 to category 2. So the funding area is a little bit different. And the state government will provide required land and building space for the bionas. That was actually state government has to sanction to particular land and building space to this bionas, to creating this bionas. And the funding will be in the form of grant aid capital investment. And the percentage and manner of funding under bionas can vary according to location. Already been, it is same for category 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the expected area will be 8,000 square feet. And the bionest support should be of 3 to 5 years. They should have a support of bio incubation from 3 to 5 years. So here the difference is only the second point, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 point and 7th point. 6 points is 8. Second, funding support of 50%. That is one difference. Another one is that 8,000 square feet of area should be there. Another difference. And then other one is that the state government will provide the requisite land. Okay, this is comes under category 2.
If we can have some small discussion, Vishnu.
Yeah.
Dr. Ashwini Kumar, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now here, let me tell you the issue with respect to what when we see such kind of schemes coming up. When it comes to the premier institutions like IITs, triple ITs, NITs, they basically, when they make up the buildings, they can just spend the money because they get huge funding. And the issue what I've seen the ground realities with other institution is that whenever, being a civil engineer, whenever we write any particular proposal of making up a building, then we always give them a plan that, look, this particular building will be a hostel, or this particular building will be a department which is going to be used for the lifetime period, which is the life of a period, is 50 years and so on. So, my question to you, Dr. Ashwini Kumar, that is it that in CCET they have the building spaces lying up empty so that at random, whenever many such institutions like come up, like Bayrak
No,
come
sir.
up,
No, sir. It is not like that. Every space is designated. If it is designated for the civil engineering department, some spaces for mechanical, some spaces for computer science, they have to use it. There is no space lying vacant, sir.
yes, so that is
And
what.
even for the administrative space, we are building one block for the administration.
Yes, so that is what the point I want to make here, that when such kind of institutions come up at randomly saying that look, you are supposed to give me a 8,000 square feet of a space dedicated for bio incubation, and when I calculate the cost of that 8,000 square foot with a standard 20,000 rupees per square meter costing, it turns out to be a 1.5 crores, and that too the duration of the support is told for is for 3 years. The question is what
3 to
after
5
that? So that's what I'm trying to tell those ground realities, that when these kind of a schemes come up, these kind of a schemes come up only and only for the premier institutions, for IITs, because there's nobody going to ask. I tell you, I was in an
Yes.
IT Hamirpur, and there was one big block was made, and it remained empty for 10 years, a decade. It was empty, nobody was taker. Ground floor was basically for parking. Then one floor, when triple IT Una came up in Himachal Pradesh, they didn't had any place, so they took some of the rooms, otherwise that one of the floor was empty. I occupied that one of the rooms because I started innovation ecosystem. So I got one room saying. Another four rooms was used only for 3 days. Big halls where basically those all those 4,000 students, they could display their technical rest time. It was empty. And then one floor on the top, it was like this, that they used it for training and placement. So what I'm trying to say is that the issues with such kind of schemes are that they expect that look, you should have an empty space. I want it for 3 years, and then when I ask you that what after 3 years, you say that you want money or not. So that is that I tell you the ground realities
Yes,
of
sir. Dr. Ahmed, you said a very right point that these schemes came only for the premier institute. These premier institutes have all the funding, all the spaces, all the buildings. But the
yeah.
institutes like government colleges or private colleges, if I talk about small, so they don't have these type of resources. If they build a building for this incubator center, what about what after 3 years? And if it does not succeed, the whole responsibility will go to a assistant
Host.
professor,
and and
and his responsibility will be fixed.
and another thing is that first of all the after IITs, after NIT, the next level institutions, they are themselves are struggling to get the fund for the bare minimum requirement which they have to run for the institution. So it is only in big institutions like IITs, triple ITs, that they get huge funds. So they just said, okay, fine, ठीक है भाई, यहाँ पर ये spend this much of amount and then just make one building. Let us see when of the schemes will come up, we will use that particular building. That's how the system I have seen actually, basically.
So you have told the ground reality actually.
Yes, yes. I always tell the pinpointed aspect that look, this is the issue, and it will never get sorted out. That is the basically the issue with the policies.
Actually, when I talked, there was a meeting in Niti Aayog. I was also suggesting about these second last topic. That means duration of support. I told them that if the duration of support, that means till 3 years to 5 years, it's okay. And if it is a beneficial, it is a actually if they are getting a benefit out of it, that means if almost 30 plus or 40 plus startups are incubating, then why can't we increase the support duration of support? This was actually one of my question towards when I was actually my suggestion towards that
and
meeting.
Then another thing is that they come out with the minimum space of 8,000, 5,000 square foot. My straightforward question is, what is the planned layout for the 5,000 square feet requirement? Because when Dr. Ashwini Kumar will have to get a particular building sanctioned, he has to put up the plan for it. So what is the plan for that 5,000? That plan they have not given. They said that you just give us the building, you should give on a black and white paper one line. Okay, this 5,000 square foot of the space is dedicated for you. But there is no clear cut guideline that how much. I do not know if since you can tell whether there is any dedicated, like if there is any specific guideline that one incubatee should be given this much of space,
Yeah,
that these,
actually,
huh, yes.
actually, according to the what you call the ground reality, it is 8,000 square feet. But what actually we are doing is that we are giving a two type of incubation. That means we are giving virtual incubation and physical incubation. So when it comes to virtual incubation, what we are doing is we are giving facility. That means in virtual incubation, you won't be using our ground premises. That means you won't be using our office premises. But in physical incubation, you can use it. So, but in my experience, most of the people, most of the startups are opting for virtual incubation. So even though 8,000 square feet is there, we can use that 8,000 square feet for some other uses also in between. But if there is a virtual incubation is very high and the physical incubation is very less, then we can use that. Hopefully, we can use that particular area of that building to various other purposes also in between. But as a ground reality, 8,000 square feet is a must in category two.
That is true. But as you can said that okay, you can write it on paper and you can use it. 8,000 being used there, and then you can use it. Those things will work out in private institutions, but
Not
not
in government, sir.
not in
Not in ground.
government. See, I was attached with the CM startup in Himachal Pradesh, and the government institution they found it difficulty in spending beyond. Startup used to get 25,000 rupees per month. So for 1 year he will get 3 lakh rupees. That money will be spent. But after that, you can spend 10 lakh rupees for marketing, but there are no guidelines. So government institution cannot spend, but private, well, we are making our own guidelines since there are no guidelines, so we can spend. But the moment if you make any guideline in the case of government and there is any kind of a goof up, you will plug out that particular whole 10 lakh rupees per incubator from that nodal officer. So the nodal officer says that look, since there is no guideline, I will not do anything. Then you say that look, we can fund you 2 lakh rupees for per patent for that. What is the guideline? No, there is no guideline. But in private, they make up the guideline and there. So in private, all your money is getting spent up. But in the government, that is why you do not find that the money is getting spent because of that issue of the guidelines. So that's what I'm saying, that 8,000 square foot areas, those things will work out in private very fine, but not in government
Dr.
institution.
Ahmed, in
Yes.
Punjab, we have two incubation centers. One is Chandigarh University, that is private. Second is Chitkara University, that is private. And third is IIT Ropar, that is government. So none of the state government colleges, none of the colleges in Chandigarh is having an incubation center. Why? The answer we have discussed.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Because that incubation center they will ask that okay, kindly give us that. Okay, so he had given the very correct three things. One is government, very premier institution, which we have told that for them it is not problem. And then later on, two universities are there. They both are private, they can play with the things like it. See, in the, if tomorrow there is an inspection, these two universities, I know, I think Dr. Ashwini will agree with me that if tomorrow there is an inspection, they can change the whole thing overnight and show that
Yes,
look,
sir.
this is
Yes,
the
sir, I have seen.
this is the 8,000 square foot dedicated space. The moment they move out, okay, use it, simple.
They just have to change the board.
Yes. So
Yes,
that's
sir. Sir, actually, Jen, actually, we will move on to the slide. Okay.
no. Actually, I
Yeah.
tell you, participants enjoy these things only. They
Yes,
want
yes, yes.
ground realities.
Definitely.
They want ground realities. These things, anyhow, we can see lot of things, and there are many schemes. But we want to only my point of discussing with you or across from Chandigarh to Kerala was this only, that are we in the same wavelength? That's what only we are discussing or checking.
Uh, Sir, internally, I feel that there needs some changes. Maybe, hopefully, actually, when each and every meeting, when some meetings are ongoing with EDI and all, actually recommendations will be good. That means suggestions will be given. This kind of suggestions, actually, these kind of suggestions are also valuable. I have mentioned the second last suggestion in previous meeting, and now I will this one. I
सर
will
वन मोर
mention
सजेशन
this last one
डॉक्टर
also.
हेमंत, जैसे
Yes.
हम सिविल की लैब्स या मैकेनिकल की लैब्स, जैसे एआईसीटी की रिक्वायरमेंट रहती है 132 स्क्वायर मीटर, आपको भी शायद, क्योंकि आप सिविल से हैं, आपको पता ही होगा। तो जैसे अगर 132 स्क्वायर मीटर अगर एक लैब फ्री करनी हो किसी डिपार्टमेंट को, वो आराम से फ्री कर सकता है। तो अगर वो 132 स्क्वायर मीटर का अगर स्टार्टिंग किसी एक इंस्टीट्यूशन को बोल दिया जाए कि आप वहां से शुरू कर सकते हैं, देन इजीली एवरी इंस्टीट्यूशन कैन स्टार्ट।
That's what my question is, no? That on what basis are you asking 5,000 square foot? 5,000 square foot is a building of 92 lakhs or approximately 1 crore. So that's what my question is, that what is the plan layout for 5,000 square foot? How much space does an incubator wants? Any faculty sits in a room of 10 feet by 10 feet or 10 feet by 20 feet. So 200 square foot, if you say, or 100 square foot. So are we expecting, and then you will be talking about some laboratories or something like this, I don't know, whatever. But then you mean to say that 2000 square foot, you are talking about 20 incubator, then this lab space, some office spaces, and so on and so
Some
on.
medical space also included.
Yes.
Some medical spaces. That means here also one medical facility is there. A small medical facility included in included in this
डॉक्टर्स
building.
एंड ऑल दैट,
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Okay,
मेडिकल रूम।
With almost 16 bed support.
okay,
Yeah, yeah.
fine, fine. Okay.
Okay. Then actually this is the main criteria of category 2. Category 1 we already discussed, and this one is a category 3. That's strengthening existing incubators attached to academic institutions, standalone incubators, hospitals, research hospitals to establish BioNest. For this one, actually, 5,000 square feet is needed. That means expected minimum 5,000 square feet. Okay, the duration is it's obviously it's from 3 to 5 years. These I have already mentioned in the NEDI meeting itself. Maybe they will be changing in the nearby future. And the thing is that the applicant seeking BIRAC support should be operational at the time of application. That means the applicant should be operational. It's actually mandatory grant guideline, and the incubators seeking support shall have proven track record. But it is not mentioned what is a proven track record, but it's a proven track record in promotion of technology. That means, for example, this IP generation is one fact. Another fact is that how much startups mentored, how much startups you have helped, and another thing is how much that means how much area of hospitality is there. This kind of things all comes under, and while you are applying for grant, resumes are also very important in between of the officers at all. That means of the officials or the people who are working under it. And the funding will be in the form of grant. Obviously, it will be in the form of grant in it. And the percentage and manner of funding under BioNext can vary according to the location. It's okay. It's already written. Though, so here the main criteria is that it's need only 5,000 square feet in this category 3. And the incubator should be operational. Okay. And this one is the last scheme of that particular scheme. That means BioNext scheme. That is category 4. In this category 4, only BIRAC funded BioNests will be considered for upscaling. That means mainly supporting the scaling up already funded bioincubators. Previously in our discussion, it is been mentioned on what all the services that means BIRAC is providing after giving the BioNest support. So the support for scaling up will be given in category 4. But hopefully here actually we are trying for the first one, not for this category 4 or category 4 and all. And the bioincubator should be fully functional in order to be considered for scale up. And the main criteria is that support of scaling up of the project will be considered for only 3 years to maximum 5 years. So it's actually we have already seen that from category 1 to category 4, the support will be from 3 to 5 years. Okay, this is actually the first scheme. That means the Bionas scheme. And next one is that early stage support scheme. This is